Welcome back to Pinecrest Park. It seems like from our staff's observance that the Ceratosaurus couple has been enjoying their new home, which is good because we would not want the biggest comfort that we have to escape and ruin the potential of this park. Now, also, there's a slight dispute. The couple had a fight to determine who would lead their tribe. And at the end, it was decided that the male Ceratosaurus be the leader of the two. Now, we gotta get to the build, which will be interactive for a petting zoo. Before we actually start on making the pen zoo, we had to center out the interactive pen zoo building for the guests with the pathing. So we placed the pathing where the sign would go to in the center, and then we placed the pen zoo right on the path, and then we put pathing on the left and right side, and we made sure to make it as similar to each other as possible to give it a symmetrical feel to the pattern and not look ugly and disoriented for the guests to look at. And then we put restrooms in the empty spot, and then we use this orange pathing that was already pre-made to give more vibrant in the pathing and not continue with the dark gray pathing. And then we put some rocks in one of the spots that we left open to give more vibrant feel of a forest that the guests are traveling through, and these are buildings are in there. And then we also put plants within the rocks to give the rocks such a vibrant life and not just some old infrastructure that's just sitting there being left to rot away. And we made sure to put plants everywhere on the rocks, from top to bottom and left to right. And after we finished putting plants in all the rocks, we placed a T-Rex statue on another one and put plants all around this sector, with including bushes, vibrant grass, and we put these all the way into the ground. That way it seems like the T-Rex statue is walking through it. Well, we also use a bunch of trees in the back of it. That way people have to come over here to actually see the statues. And we also use this fallen tree stump and tree in general to seem like the T-Rex just made the tree fall down. And the trees we used were more swampy redwood type, which took a bit for them to actually grow. And then some of them were transported from Isla Nubla itself. And then we put a Brachiosaurus or some sort of sauropod skeleton onto the last empty spot, and we placed various of dried up plants, seeing like it was from desert. Then we place seating outside of the pen zoo, just in case if the guests just wanted to sit and wait, since there would be a waiting fee for pen zoo. Then we placed the fencing for the pen zoo. And we made sure to make it big, since there were going to be 3 different species of small herbivores, since if we place a carnivore in here, it would end up in lawsuits. And like I said before, no one wants a lawsuit at the beginning of production of anything. And we also use invisible fencing to make sure the dinosaurs they're all caged up. Then we place the view galleries. So I guess can see the dinosaurs from outside the pen zoo. And the first dinosaur that we placing in this pen zoo is a homocephaly. It's a small herbivorous dinosaur from Asia in the late Cretaceous period. And dinosaurs that we're going to place in here with them are perfect since they have some more resources they need to be comfortable, and they also enjoys being around them in general since they are small and they would need protection from predators that are trying to eat them, like the velociraptor or Tarbosaurus, since they lived in Asia with the homocephaly. And the next dinosaur has the same exact dinosaur needs as the homocephaly. And the next dinosaur is the Dryosaurus, a small herbivorous dinosaur that lived in North America during the late Jurassic period. And like I said, with the homocephaly, it needs the exact same sense as the homocephaly, but needing pasture and a lot more water, ground leaf, and ground fiber. And Dryosaurus is also perfect because it goes with both of the other species, with the Dryosaurus liking a lot more species than homocephaly. The next dinosaur is a new species we've got DNA of, the Protoceratops, which lived in the late Cretaceous period in Asia. This dinosaur is a famous dinosaur, with it being a fossil of it fighting a velociraptor. Seems like this guy needs a bunch of cover, water, and the same plants as the homocephaly and Dryosaurus. And if it's perfectly with it liking the Dryosaurus, then most likely liking the homocephaly, but not as much as the Dryosaurus. Which is perfect because they need to be able to get along. And these 3 dinosaurs are perfect and safe to go into the pen zoo, which means we should start getting their habitat ready for them to be able to interact with our guests. We first place forests around the pen zoo and the fencing to make sure that the animals won't be so skittish or panicky, so there won't be any problems with them getting along or escaping. And so far we had no problems with escaping yet, which is good. We placed 2 different types. We put redwood and normal forest trees to give more variety with the plant life around the sector of the pen zoo. Then we place a lake that goes into a river that will be part of a enclosure in the future. Then, after we did that, we placed all of their nests down. Then we placed forest around their nests, since dinosaurs wouldn't appreciate guests looking at their nests and probably become more aggressive. So we did this to prevent that. And after we placed forests around their nests, we placed forests more around the exhibit so that they have more place to hide away from the guests. And then we place their plant needs That way they can be comfortable, and that way they will have a food supply to make sure they would not die of starvation, because that will get a bad reputation of Pinecrest Park and in general. And we also then put pasture around the enclosure and some empty spots to get the requirements of those dinosaurs. And then we place some sand around the exhibit as uniqueness. That way it's more vibrant for the children, since most likely they'll be the ones here feeding the dinosaurs, and we would need a vibrant place to make it like this. Then we'll place some wetlands to give uniqueness, but we did not put so much wetlands that it would interfere with our dinosaurs' new home and requirements. But we did place some of it around. And now the enclosure, pen zoo, and the section outside of the pen zoo is complete. Now we must get the Homocephaly, Drososaurus, and Protoceratops groups into this enclosure to make sure it is perfect and that we don't need to change anything.
Incubation complete. To the park.
And now it seems like the Drosauruses, Homocephalies, and Protoceratops are perfectly happy with their new home. And it seems like the first dinosaur out of this group is the Protoceratops to go to the pen zoo. Now, if you'd like to name some of the dinosaurs here, you can. You also need names for the Ceratosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Orthiomimus, and Ankylosaurus. So if you want to name them, you can. I hope you enjoy this video of Pinecrest Park. I'll see you next time where we continue with Redwood Ridge. See y'all next time.
Our animals are gentle and eager to meet you, but they are easily frightened. Please avoid any